I can't believe you're
Hello,
reversing.
everybody, and welcome back to the Guru and the Other Guy. This is actually take number 2 because I forget to hit the record button on take number 1. Two of us were yapping along, and there's no blue button over there. It says, "Hey, you're recording, idiot." So my apologies. So Guru, as I was talking to you last time without the record button being on, this 50-year mortgage loan is getting a lot of traction all over the place.
Don't even tell me.
But
You're reversing yourself. Come on.
No, listen, I have two schools of thought. Originally, I'm like you. I hate the idea. Absolutely hate it. Right? Listen, years ago, I shit you not,
Yeah, I know.
they were trying to get
40
40-year
years.
loans. 40,
I
right?
get it.
Okay, so it is the absolute worst thing in the world for a consumer to get a 50-year loan, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's what I'm going to say. Again, I'm against it. I am against the 50-year loan. But let me just say this. If it gives even a small minority of people the opportunity to buy a house, either a first-time home buyer or a move-up, it gives them an opportunity to get into the housing market instead of renting and it's only because the rates are, relatively speaking, they're high. But in actuality, they're normal rates, right? But everybody's so used to 2% interest rates, right? It's considered high.
Right.
So today is like normal rates. But what I'm saying is, if it gives even just a 2% amount of people to get into a home, because now it's affordable, right? Because the payment's lower.
It's not affordable. It's not affordable.
Well, if you look at the difference between a 30-year and a 50-year payment, it is affordable.
It doesn't matter. No,
It
if you
does.
go to sell it,
No, I
say the
agree with that. I'm
normal
not talking.
11 years,
Hold on.
when you get out,
Not
getting
disagreeing.
in. Wait a minute, getting in.
Go ahead. I'm going to let you talk. Go ahead. I'm going to give you the
getting
floor.
in.
Yep.
Getting in it. It's a scam.
Yes.
Getting out.
Yes.
That's when the nightmare begins.
No, listen.
Paying more interest.
Listen. I hit a button by accident. So listen.
It's an interest only loan.
It is
it's a rental. You might as well rent.
Listen. I am in total agreement. It is the worst thing in the world for the consumer. The worst. I'm telling. Listen.
But what? Did the White House call you or something? Because
no.
I feel like I'm talking to an alien.
Listen to what I'm saying. I hate the idea of it. I know the consumer is getting screwed over. Period. Listen, I told you I can run an amortization schedule in 2 seconds on this little calculator. We did it on our last podcast where if we took a $200,000 loan.
So you're
hold on.
No, I get it. You did it, but you're arguing against yourself.
No, here's what I'm saying. No, listen.
So you're saying a few people just to get in.
Yeah.
And then they're paying closing costs.
Yeah.
Down payment.
That's all
gone.
That's
all gone. That's going to be gone.
I know, but listen, they have to pay that anyway.
That's all gone.
All right, hold on.
When they get out.
Okay, all right. Let's just for shits and giggles, let's do this. Okay. Let's just do this. Okay. I want to do this just for shits and giggles. Okay?
We did it before.
No, hold on.
We know it's twice the interest rate over the life of the loan.
No. Listen, no. After 20 years of a 50-year loan, you only knocked off $20,000. On a $200,000 loan, after 20 years, you knocked off $20,000. Not even $20,000.
You're right.
No, here's what I'm going to show you. Okay, listen. If we just took a $200,000 loan, okay, and we're going to say for 30 years, 360 months, and we'll say 7%, right? Okay, that payment is $1,330. Okay, just follow me. I'm going to write it down. $1,330. That's for 30 years. Now, let me recall this. Okay, so I got to hit recall, right? Number of months. So now we have 50 times 12, right? Is how many months? 50 times 12. That's a lot of months. Jesus God.
Yeah,
so that's a lot of months. That's 600 months. Oh my God. right? $200,000, right, in a loan at 7% interest rate. Okay, that payment is wow. You know what? I've now
I
changed my.
can't believe we're
Hold on,
talking about this.
hold on. I've
Why
changed
don't
my.
they go?
Hold on.
Okay, Ben,
I've changed
I
my
have a
mind.
thought.
Wait a second. Now that I run the numbers, wait a second. I just ran the numbers. I might be changing my mind back to it again. Listen to.
But
Listen. Hold on.
You won't let me talk.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me get this out, and the floor is all yours. Let me get this out, and the floor is all yours. For a 30-year loan, principal and interest only, just principal and interest, P&I, $1,330. That's $200,000 at 7%, $1,330. Okay, now you do the same thing for 50 years. You're paying $1,203. You're saving what, $300 to like $328?
Paying the same taxes. You know, why don't you do an arm? Why don't you do an arm?
You could do a buy down. You could do a buy down.
Arm.
Listen.
Arm make more sense?
Listen. Yes. Listen, you could do a 5-1 arm, a 7-1 arm, a 10-1 arm. You could do all that, right? Listen, there still might be out there a 10-1 interest only arm, right? Which I would take that over. Listen,
You have people in the administration have no idea about real estate.
No idea.
And they're throwing this. An arm makes more sense. But you know what makes sense? Okay, we always talk about it. The down payment.
Yes.
Why not loosen it and let the sellers contribute as much as they want?
I agree with that. That's a great idea.
Now, if they 100,000, here's 100,000 contribution.
Well,
now you're going to say, wait a minute, it's going to be in the property.
I love that idea.
If it forecloses, the equity's there. So you allow the seller to give as much as they want, and it has to go in the property. It's not cash. It goes into the property.
I love that idea.
As equity.
Now that's outside the box thinking. That's a great idea.
That's what we do. And then they can never, for X amount of years, no HELOC, nothing. They can't do, you put a lien, like some kind of a lien that doesn't allow them to hit that equity.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but
well, I know you can do anything you want if you pass it by law.
Listen, that idea is way night and day better than the 50-year moronic idea. Listen, I've changed my mind. I just ran the numbers. In the beginning, like I thought about it a little less, and I'm like, well, if it helps a couple of people because it's a lower payment, but you're right. You're right. It is not. Listen, it's the worst.
You know what it is? You know, you're the mortgage guy. Okay.
It's a gimmick.
Okay. It's usury.
Yes.
That's what it is. If I give you a $20,000 loan, right? And I say, okay, Ben, pay me $350 a month, but nothing goes towards principal, and I want my money, in whatever. It's that's usury, or we'll pick something. Right. That's usury, man. Right. That 50-year loan is usury, and the government is promoting it.
Right.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a crazy.
Listen, I agree. It is so horrible for the consumer. Now, let's get back to your idea, which I have to tell you, I love that idea. Now, that's why it's creative. It's outside the box. You're right. Because
that's why you go to the academy, because you'll teach that kind of stuff.
Right.
You may have that flexibility on what we do to be able to structure a deal like that, because you're not going to get it the conventional way. That's not going to happen. That's why they're all dumbfounded. They're like, what do we do? Okay, a 50, a 60. Yeah. So they're clueless.
They're totally clueless. They are clueless. See, I love that idea because listen, listen, you know, and I know, even though you were a former realtor, you might be, I think you're still a realtor. I hate realtors.
Not anymore.
Chasing listen, I can't stand them.
Well,
but listen to me.
There's a few good ones.
There are a few good ones.
A really good one down here. I really do.
But there's fewer good ones than they are bad ones. But listen,
you're absolutely right. Down here, just not to go off track, but down here, there's like 260 listings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, 10%, 15% of those agents control everything. There's not
Yeah.
that many listings.
Yeah.
So you get these guys just, bumbling and fumbling around looking for the scraps.
Yeah.
And yeah, and you're right. They just they chase the
They
commission,
chase checks. They're
and
check chasers. Well, listen. Okay.
but not all of them. Not my
Not
boy
all of them. I
Pat.
agree.
He's not. He's
I want to
not
get.
that way.
I want to touch back on what you were saying about
Right.
letting the seller contribute. Now, listen. I've been dealing with realtors for 40 years or close to 40 years, and let me tell you this:
Right.
they are one trick ponies. That's
Mm-hmm.
all they are. And I can tell you a story about one of my private students, what him and his wife said. But let me just
Like Kyle Schwarber, he's a one-trick
yeah.
pony. That bum.
Oh, come on. He's
God,
but he's our
home
bum.
run. He can't run.
He's our bum.
He can't field.
He's our
And
bum.
he
But he hit
can't hit.
stingers.
He's not my bum. I
He
don't
hit
like him. I
stingers.
want him gone.
He
Gone.
hit no, I
Gone.
don't. Nah, he hit stingers. I love him.
Okay, we're getting off the
All
track
right,
with
all right. Listen,
Schwarber.
listen,
Okay.
listen. Realtors are one-trick ponies. When they can't sell a property, they say one thing and one thing only to the seller. And what's that? What's the one thing they always say?
Reduce the price.
Lower the price. Lower the
Yeah.
price. Lower the price. I'll
Yeah.
just tell you a very quick story. So I got class, and there's like 50 or 60 of us in class. And this suit and tie guy and his wife, prim and proper, right? Very well dressed. They're a little well off to do. They want to learn some creative financing tools, right? Because they got taken advantage of with subject to financing. So, anyway, they said, Vinny, I want to tell the class a story, right? Because we were talking about the method that me and you both love, right? Which I don't mention on this program. So they said, listen, we bought another house.
You got to pay for that.
Yeah, they got to pay for that. And we've been trying to sell our property forever, right? And we've got it listed.
Right.
And we can't make settlement on the other house because we got a home sale contingency, right? We've got an offer in.
Right.
They accepted it. We're doing everything we can to sell it. I get a call. We had the big meeting. All the big bosses came in, right? We want to have a meeting at your house. Everybody wants to come. The owner, the district manager, the manager.
What?
We're all coming, right? We got a plan for your house, right? So she's like, I made nice cookies and cake and coffee and tea. I'm in a
Why
dress.
did they invite us?
Right. She's in a dress. He's in a suit. They all come in, right? And what did they say? They said, here's our plan. We're going to lower the price. And they were like, and what's that going to do? And they said, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to lower the price. But all the people that have already come through and signed the book and had interest, we're going to call them up and say, hey, we've just lowered the price on this property. Now's your opportunity to get in. Like, they literally they were like, Vinny,
You're killing, that's,
they're one trick ponies. That's all they're check chasing bastards.
That's realtor malpractice.
It's horrible.
You're putting your client in a bad spot. When I see, you'll see this occasionally. We say behind the scenes on the sign, they'll put price lowered. That is the worst thing. What you're saying is,
they're
desperate.
So dumb.
Take advantage of me.
Yes.
Come on. So any of these people our viewers, your students, if you ever see lower price, write that down because when that expires, you go right in. You go right in and get it.
How about, listen, I teach this in class a lot. They literally are begging you to sell. Motivated seller. Accept all offers. Bring all, like they're literally, how about this? How about we see seller motivated, all in caps with 4 exclamation points. Really?
It's crazy.
You know what that says? Come steal my house from my client.
Well, this leads me, which we're going to do more in the future. And it's called.
But by the way, those little things are perfect for creative financing. Go ahead.
Sure it is. This segment we're going to do in the future, and I only have one today.
Okay.
It's called, you answer the question.
Yeah.
Am I on to something or am I on something? Meaning a foreign side.
I love
Okay.
it. Are you
Okay.
on something or
Here,
you on to something? So either
this
you're
is
on or on.
this
On
is what
to
I
or
think.
on. I got you. I love it.
I think to some degree, it could be a lot, it could be less. My question to you, will AI kill realtors in some capacity?
Oh, wait, say that again. AI is,
Will AI replace realtors?
oh, that's a good question.
Well, am I on to something or am I on something?
I think you're on something.
Wow.
I think
And let me give you my
but
reason.
hold
Let
on.
me give you
Let me tell you why I think you're on something, and then you can tell me why you probably
okay, and
disagree with
I'll
me. Okay?
right.
I think
Well,
you're
I'm going to
on
give
something.
you empirical. I'm going to give you empirical evidence. But go
Okay.
ahead.
I thought you were going to give me wisdom, but okay.
That's it.
All right.
That's
This
it.
is the reason why I think you're on something because, yes, AI is a magical thing and does a lot. However, I'm a little bit old school and I like that personal touch, meaning that I want a realtor to show me the house, to hold my hand and walk. I'm thinking about like Joe Consumer. Listen, I'll never use a realtor. I don't need a realtor. Like the last house we bought, we used a realtor just to give him a bone to let him make a
Okay.
commission, right?
Okay.
Hey, here's a nice. So my thing is like I do think some people want to
Okay.
have their hand held. It's an
Okay.
expensive,
Okay.
it's the biggest purchase.
Okay. Do you know, and I'm just give me a few minutes. Do you know most of the homes are not sold by realtors? They're sold by the MLS. Most listing agents don't sell their own listings. They wait, they list it in the MLS, it's on Zillow,
Right,
realtor.com.
right.
That's how you got your calculator there?
I do. Which one, my financial or regular?
Just your regular calculator.
Okay,
Do 6%
okay.
times 8 million.
All right, so $8 million times 6% is $480,000.
You now this one just sold. Now you're going to tell me those realtors that deserve that much
No,
money.
no,
480.
no,
They didn't do anything but put
no.
it into the MLS.
You agreed.
The other thing that I'm on to something, and I'll tell you this. This
But that's
happened.
where the discount brokers come in, though.
Yeah, but they're very hard to penetrate sometimes. This is what I'm going to tell you where AI meant something. Now I put it together. It was an installment sale.
Okay,
The purchase price was 800 grand.
okay.
So I had the buyer. Make the buyer comfortable. There's a thing called transactional broker fee.
Okay.
I hired the broker for the $3,000. They didn't have to do anything but draw up the contract. They didn't
Right. I got you.
negotiate. They
Right.
did nothing.
Right. They're the ones that
So
put their name on the deal.
you do 6% times 800,000.
All right. So eight. So it's basically the same thing. It's 48,000. So six. So how much?
Okay.
800,000. Eight
Yeah.
hundred thousand times
Six
six
per.
percent is 48,000.
Okay. It costs 3,000.
Right. Right.
So there you go.
Right.
So all you do is go to the office. Buyer was comfortable now. They paid the 15. They didn't. The seller didn't pay the whole three. The
Right.
buyer paid 15. The seller paid 15. They came together. They were comfortable. Um, contract for D, and that's what I'm saying.
Right.
That you can have, or with the academy,
Yep.
or with AI,
Yep.
you the seller and the buyer will come together and they just do the broker as a transactional broker. That's all you need them
Listen.
for because
Listen.
everything else is determined.
You don't even listen. Listen. I can tell you this right
I mean,
now.
come on.
You don't need a realtor for anything. I would
Well,
never hire a realtor ever. Right? They're the biggest
gave you an
thieves.
example. That was a good thing to do.
Why?
That was because it made the transaction, it made the buyer comfortable. They paid a small fee. They
You could,
prepared the papers.
but
No,
listen,
but what I'm saying, a
you
lot
could
of people
hire an
can't.
attorney to do that.
Yeah, but we just talked. You said 48 grand. It costs 3,000. So
Yes.
AI can do that. you're not going to pay the full commission.
Listen,
An attorney,
I'm not,
but you know what? The attorney's not going to go for a contract for deed, Ben.
no,
Come on
I
now.
agree with that. I agree with that.
Come
No,
on.
I agree.
The attorney is a deal killer.
Yeah, I
They
agree with
would
that.
muck up.
Yes.
They would muck up that whole contract.
I agree.
There's no way I'm going to an attorney.
Listen, I'm
There
not going to
is
disagree.
no way.
But that's why if you're educated enough, you don't need an attorney or a damn realtor to get a deal done.
Son, go from 48 to $3,000, and you make the buyer comfortable. $1,500 on both sides is an absolute grand slam.
Listen, I'm
That's
not
what I'm
disagreeing.
saying.
Listen, I
That's
am
what
not
I'm
disagreeing
saying.
with that at all.
So AI is going to mean a lot in the future because you're going to have you're going to have buyers who know what they're going to be doing, and they're going to go directly to the seller, and all you're going to do is have transaction agents. I'm telling
Well,
you,
they're trying to do that. Listen, but they're trying
AI
to.
is going to
Those transactional guys are out
change
there
everything,
now.
man.
They're out there
Yeah, but
now.
you
They're
can
only
go to
charging
any
2%.
broker. Well, you know what he wanted to charge me?
Who? The broker?
Transactional broker, yeah.
How much?
Not 9,000.
For what? They're
For
out of
what
their
I
mind.
just
See,
told
that's
you.
what I'm talking about.
But it
They're
doesn't
check
matter.
chasers.
No, I got them down to 3,000
Right.
versus 48 versus
Even
9.
$3,000 is a lot of
But
money.
what
to do
I'm
up
telling
contracts.
you, what's coming in the future is going to on everything.
I'm not
AI
disagreeing with that. I am not
and
disagreeing.
I'm just
Listen,
telling you, man.
I'm not disagreeing with it,
That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen in this world.
listen,
AI is going to reduce some capacity each year, little by little, realtors. Now, the real estate commissions who have lobbyists, they're going to try to hold on to that desperately. Yeah. But it's going to be eroded over time. So I am something. I'm not on something.
Listen,
that's it.
But here's the thing. I'm not disagreeing with most of what you said, but what I'm saying is like a lot of people don't want to call the seller, right? A lot of people are not
it's
good
2025. It's 2020.
Listen,
and if they go to the academy,
a lot of people don't
deal
want the
with
hassle.
us. They're gave me a figure. 480,000. Come on now.
Listen. I'm not going to disagree. Listen,
Come
I am
on.
not.
You don't need a realtor.
I'm not a fan of realtors. I hate realtors.
Then you know this. A $500,000 property versus an $8 million. It's about the work-wise, contract-wise, it's about the same thing.
Not even the $8 million is going to be easier.
It's no different. It's no different.
Yes, it's a lot of difference.
Doing
I'm going to tell you why. Because the people who are buying an $8 million house, they know what they want. They're just going to come in and buy it. Where the $500,000, you might have 20 buyers that you're dealing with. Right? The $8 million.
You have a buyer and a seller. Buyer and seller are put there together. You don't need, and I hope my guys don't see this. You don't need a realtor.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Very easy. Okay, Vinny, I'll give you $400,000 for that property. Vinny comes back and says, I want $425,000.
Listen,
and
we
go back and forth and back and forth.
I am not disagreeing. I don't like realtors. I would never, ever use a realtor. Every one of my students would not use a realtor. They don't need them. I agree.
Well, you're contradicting yourself.
No.
You said they need them.
No, but I'm a guy that's been doing this for a long time. There are people out there that don't know how to do it.
I've been doing it in the sales capacity longer.
Yes, you have, and so have I. But what about the people that got a 9-to-5 job that don't know anything about real estate?
So you want to pay the average prop.
I don't want to pay. No, that's why I don't use it. That's why I would never use them. But I'm saying everybody is.
They go to the academy, then they would get educated.
Yeah,
and
that
they
would
never
save them money
use
right there. Exactly, I agree with that. They would learn how to write a contract.
But what I'm saying to you is, it's not that difficult.
Right, I agree with that too.
The only stretch of a difficulty is arriving on a price, and that's not difficult. It's not
No,
difficult.
I'm not.
A
I'm not.
contract, you get anybody. I would not go to an attorney. I would bring the broker in and do a transaction fee. I would never bring an attorney in. I just wouldn't do it. They're deal
Listen.
killers,
I am
man.
not disagreeing with anything that you
They'll,
say,
they'll they'll kill a deal as fast
but
as you can.
I think there's levels to it. For guys like me and you, we can do our own deals, write our own contracts, do our own negotiating, talk to the sellers, but there are some people that don't want to be bothered with it. There are some people that are afraid to talk
because
to
they
people.
because
No
they
social skills.
their thoughts are telling them, which are not real, that it's difficult. So once you break that barrier and you show them, do you negotiate? Let's say cars. A car agent go in with you when you get a car.
I can't even tell you last time I bought a car.
Not?
Listen, I don't even
Why
want to
not?
talk to them. I'm like, all right, I want to buy that one.
Okay, why don't you need a car agent?
Just to write up the paperwork.
Why don't you need a car agent to come in and represent you? If you need a realtor, why?
Because you know what you like. You're just
Why?
going to go buy
No,
it.
that's not true. You get screwed on a lot of things. I'd rather have a car agent than a realtor. At least the car, that's more complicated, buying a friggin' car and negotiating and seeing
Right? You gotta.
what
It's
the.
listed right on the window how much the
It
car
doesn't
is.
matter. There's financing. There's a lot of things going on with the car.
Well,
A
you got to
car is
be
more
educated.
difficult.
Listen, it's with
A car is
anything.
more difficult to buy
It's
than a
all the
house.
level of your education. It's how much education that you
I'm
know
just
about that
asking you.
subject.
I'm just telling you. Why don't we have car agents?
I
I'm
don't know
asking you.
because
Okay.
it's a simple
You know why?
transaction.
Because they don't have lobbyists.
Okay. Well, I'm not just listen. If you think I'm sticking up for the realtors, I'm not.
Well, it sounds like you
I am
are.
not. Listen. Anybody knows
Do
me
me a
knows
favor.
all I
Anybody
do is
watching
beat them
this,
to death. I call them check
any
chasers.
viewers, please leave comments in that Vinny is pro realtor now.
No,
First of
they
all,
are
he was
check
almost
chasers, and I
pro.
can't stand them.
He was almost pro 50-year
No,
mortgage, and he backed off
I
on
thought
that.
about it. Listen. The only reason why I said that I was thinking about the 50, I said, even if it helps like a small 1% person to go from a renter to an owner, I'm for it. But once I ran the actual number, and I'm like, that's horrible. Like,
Yeah,
I
but
agree.
your instincts told you right
Listen,
from as soon as you
no,
heard that, you went,
no,
no way.
no. All that does,
Screw it.
listen, all that does
Getting in is it's like a timeshare. It sounds really
it's so
romantic.
bad.
It's easy.
It's
It's
so
easy
bad.
to get in a timeshare.
It's
Then
so,
when you try to get out,
yeah, you can't.
like, oh my God, everything they screwed me. They
That's what
put
I'm
this
like.
in. I didn't realize.
They literally like the only ones that make out on that deal are the banks.
Uh,
That's it. Like
yeah.
nobody makes out
Well,
on a 50-year.
that's why when the government when when they start proposing this stuff, you start to think, yeah, the banks,
Right.
Wall Street, they're all
Yes.
making money, you
Right.
know.
They listen. I just don't understand why they always want to help. Don't want to help the consumer. They can't like. They can't like your idea. And I give you. I love your idea of letting the seller give them the. Like, here you go. I
Right.
was knocking 100,000 off the sales price. So here,
Yeah.
that's your down payment.
Why not?
Because here's what they're going to give you. And I'm going to tell you what. Now, listen, I'm going to play the devil's advocate. Even though I'm for it, I am so for that idea. I love that idea. I'm going to tell you why. Because they're going to tell you that now the buyer has no skin in the game. That's their go-to excuse.
The same thing with a 50-year mortgage.
I
You have
agree.
less skin.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing.
You're screwing the American
Yes,
public.
I'm not disagreeing. But they're thinking, oh, well, if they put 5 or 10% down, they've got skin in the game.
You said it the other day. Yeah, 26% is the average put down on all loans in the United States, average.
Right.
You know, you lose all that shit.
Yep.
Closing costs. That's all gone.
Gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Listen, I once I ran the numbers on the 50, listen, you know me, I told her on the last podcast, I was totally against it. I was against the 40-year. I'm against the 50. They need to learn to think outside the box. I love your idea of, hey.
I don't, if there's equity, if that equity goes into the house, they
Yep.
can't do a HELOC. They can't, for a next amount of years. You
Right.
can't
Like 3 to 5,
touch.
what, 5 years?
Yeah, something like that. You just, and all that money now,
So what do? You're
the
going to put that in
lenders,
the, so we're going to put that in the note, right?
it's better for the lenders because they have more equity in case they foreclose.
Right. Right. Well, here's the question that's going to arise. Here's the question, right?
Right.
The question becomes this, right? The question becomes this. If, say, the seller gives them equivalent of 20% equity, right?
Okay.
Say they give, do they have to pay PMI now? Because, no. Why? Just because they have 20%?
Why? What do we care about the insurance companies? They screw everybody. What are we going? Now we're going to prop up the damn insurance companies?
No. I'm not propping it up. Listen to what I'm asking. Or I guess what I'm saying is this. So
no, there's no need to. You got more than 20%.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So as long as there's 20% in the deal, no PMI.
No, you're trying to make it easy for home ownership in the United States.
Right.
Right now.
I have that method. Listen.
Now.
I like your method.
Right now,
I have a great method too.
The haves and you have the have-nots, and the have-nots are not buying. There's two economies going on here, which leads me to there's going to be problems. The people that, your working slobs, blue collar, they're struggling. Yep. The other ones buying those houses down here for $9 million, $12 million.
Right.
They're living in an alternative universe. They're not living in the real world.
Right.
They're just, it doesn't matter. They're going here, they're going there. They go to the grocery. Well, they don't even go to the grocery store. They have it delivered. So you're trying to help the American people gain ownership. And the way things are going, Vin, it's not going to happen. It is not going to happen.
I'm not disagreeing, and I have to be honest with you. I love your idea and the reason why I love your idea is because, again, the only tool a realtor ever uses is just, hey, lower the price. And you know what? If they lower the price enough, even if it's just they lower the price 5%. No, I'm agreeing with you. If they lower the price 5%, but they give that 5% to the buyer, now that buyer can get into the property with no money down.
And you know what? Commission doesn't mean anything. Right. If you lower the price by $50,000,
right,
6% on 50 means nothing. It's dinner money to them.
Listen,
so they don't care.
No,
$50,000 to a seller.
Right.
Put a deal together. That means something. But if any realtor, I'm going to talk to the viewers out here. If any realtor ever tells you to lower your price, fire them.
Totally agree.
Fire them on the spot. Tell them they never entered into that agreement with honesty because they overpriced the property.
Exactly right.
Now,
unless
on paper,
wait, there is a caveat to that. There is a caveat to that.
What?
Because listen, you might have crazy sellers that say, "No, I know."
Walk away. On principle.
They should walk away. That's the problem. They don't walk away. You know what they say? You know what they're doing? They're going to say, "Oh, I know your house isn't worth $2 million. It's only worth 1.8. But because I want to get the listing, I'll do it at $2 million. But then when we get the first couple of people in, hey, listen, they all said it's overpriced. We got to lower the price to like what we were talking about, like 1.8. We tried it your way. Now we got. That's how they are. They should walk away on principle. That's exact, but they don't because they're chasing pigs.
Let me tell you, and here's an idea. You get the appraisal before you list it, and you have to live with it.
Right.
You got to live with it. Or you know what the price is, okay, and then the seller goes, well, I want to try for $20,000 or another 40 or whatever.
Right.
Okay, let's try. Now, if it sits on the market, let's go down the appraised value. Now, the realtor did their job.
Right.
Now, everybody knows that it's worth X amount of dollars.
Yep. I couldn't.
And that protects that protects the buyer from stumbling into an overpriced property,
Yep.
because there are buyers out there, they get enthused. It's an emotional
It's
purchase.
emotions. They buy on emotions, not on common
Yeah,
sense.
they walk
Well,
in
that's why
and
you need a realtor to the realtor should say, listen, it's overpriced, right?
let me tell you
AI
this.
isn't going to tell you that.
The last house we bought just recently, I did the whole thing. And you know what happened? The appraisal came in 300,000 more than the purchase price because I
Right.
knew what I was doing. So the realtor really didn't do anything. You know what they did? They reduced the price by 300,000.
Yeah.
I'm not
I,
kidding you.
I hear you.
So we swooped in. I gave him a few extra dollars, but the appraisal came in, and, and anyway, yeah,
I'll give you
I
one.
just
Hold on.
besides
I'll
my
listen.
I'm
I'll give you
besides
one. Listen,
myself.
I'll give you one. And we'll wrap it up with this one. Okay, regarding check chasing friggin' realtors. So I built a house not too long ago, right? And this is a house in Villanova, which is the main line, which is very
Right,
wealthy area.
you did a good.
Listen, I lived there. I lived in Villanova. I built a couple of houses in this neighborhood already. So we're building, me and a friend of mine, we're building this house. And
It was a
I call
beautiful house, by the
beautiful.
way. I
Yes,
have to
thank you.
hand it to you. Yes.
Thank you. So we built this beautiful house, 3/4 of an acre, flat level lot, 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, right? Beautiful house. My realtor says put it up at 169, and I say, let me ask you something. I don't want to say her name because I hate them all. I said, but let me ask you this. I said, here's what I want you to do. Go find me a 5-bedroom, 4-bath house, 5,500 square feet on 3/4 of an acre. Nice acre, not a hill, not down, okay? Go find that to me for under $2 million because I want to
Yeah.
buy it. Right now,
Yeah.
there's 3 women on this team, okay? 3 women on the team. So I'm telling my partner, listen, we're not selling for anything under $2 million. Let's drive around. Let's find any other house that's on the market for under $2 million. We can't find it. I'm showing them everywhere. Everything's 2.5,
Yeah.
2.3. I'm like, so
Yeah.
now listen, here's what I want to show you. Now, my deal was 5% with them, okay? So look, now I didn't want to use a realtor. I'm like, we'll put it up for sale by owner. We don't need a realtor. But my partner wanted to. So here's what I want to do. $2 million at 5%, right? Just watch this, okay? This is how much I can't stand realtors, okay? That's $100,000 commission, okay?
Yeah.
So $2 million, they would make $100,000 commission. Split 3 ways, 33 grand a piece, right? Now, if we lowered it to 169, which they wanted to,
That's what I was telling you. It's how
times
much
5%,
Mm-hmm.
the commission is $84,500.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
subtract it by 100,000, right? That's only
Mm-hmm.
$15,500. Divide that by 3 because there's 3 of them on the team.
Mm-hmm.
That's $5,100 a piece.
I know.
That
And
their
you
commission is
walk
lowered.
away with less money.
I walk away with $300,000 less. They walk away
That's
with
what I was
$5,000
telling
less.
you. That's what I was saying.
And you
It
want to tell
doesn't.
me that they're not check chasing
Well,
bastards?
let me tell you, where I'm
That's what
sitting
I
right.
think of realtors.
Okay, where I'm sitting now, there's single homes here, right?
Yep.
Across the street, this happened 6 weeks ago. A condo, half of a house.
Yep.
The neighbor calls me over, said they just listed it for 775. I said, Jack, that is so far below value. It's going to go in a week. He goes, where should it be? I said, at least 850, 875.
Right.
It sold within a week. And that realtor, I swear he listed it because he wanted a paycheck. I
No,
will
I
swear
won't doubt it.
to anything.
Yep.
That
They're check chasers.
flipped the damn thing, but the guy shut me out.
Yeah.
And I was like, how 950 wouldn't have been a bad asking price.
Right.
And it probably would have sold around 9.
Check
This
chasers.
realtor
They want a commission.
stole from that
And it
client.
was probably a friend of
because
theirs that they sold it to.
It was horrible.
Yep.
A horrible sale. Now, that condo probably appraised for if the appraiser was honest,
Yeah.
probably praised for 100 grand more.
Yeah.
And that's what, you know, I
So
don't know.
here's the moral of the story, folks, that we're talking about. A, don't do a 50-year loan. It's the dumbest thing. The only people that make out are the banks. That's
Yeah,
number one.
yeah,
Number two, educate yourself in the industry because you don't need realtors because all they care about is their check. So
yeah.
educate yourself. And if you want to get
And what do you
educated,
call them? What do
here,
you call them? Because I
check
don't.
chasers. They're check chasers. So my shameless
Uh,
plug of the day is this. If you want to get educated, come to the Golden Triangle Academy.
yeah,
We'll
you
educate you.
do.
We'll show you
Yeah.
how all this stuff works. We'll show you how to write a contract. You'll never need another realtor in your
You,
life.
you know what the you know what the greatest thing about where we're at, that we can talk intelligently,
Right?
sift through the bullshit,
Yep.
have experience,
Yep.
and then pass that on
Yes.
to the students who will be good as we are and buying property
Yep.
eventually. It, you're going to open up your whole life. Your
Way
brain
different.
is going to expand.
Yep.
You're going to your IQ, your real estate IQ is
Well,
just going to explode,
you know what
and
it
you're
is,
going to be
Guru?
able,
You know what it is, Guru? Most of these people get their information from now either ChatGPT or YouTube or
But Ben,
Instagram and TikTok.
real estate for most people is the greatest source of wealth in their
Absolutely.
lives. But
Absolutely.
why? They'll
Absolutely.
negotiate more car or a consignment shop. They'll
Yes.
dicker around on
A
50
phone,
bucks.
they'll fight over a cell phone
Right.
more than
But
a
when it
house.
comes to her property
Yes.
purchases, they become village idiots.
Yes. It's unbelievable. Yeah. It's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Totally amazing. Totally.
Accept it. They're sheep.
Yep.
Come on
I
in.
agree. I
You're going to
agree.
get slaughtered. Let's go. Come on in.
Yep. It's
It's
terrible.
unbelievable. So
I couldn't agree more.
go to the triangle,
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So
you
again,
know. All
stay
right,
away.
man.
Listen, even if they come out with it, stay away from the 50-year loan. It
Well,
is
this was
not.
fire. We got our blood pressure up on this one.
Yeah, it is not healthy for the consumer at all.
No,
Even though your payment's a
no.
little bit lower,
I
it's
swear, if they pass this,
yeah,
oh my God.
it's so wrong.
Uh, uh,
Listen, I would love to get your idea out there. I love that
yeah,
idea. I
really.
love it. Right? Now that's creative thinking. That's thinking outside the box. That
And who
you,
does it hurt?
right?
Who does it
Nobody.
hurt?
Nobody. Nobody.
It's everybody.
Nobody. It's listen. That's one of the better ideas I've heard. Of. Now listen.
Things you will never hear Vinny say. I had a great idea.
Right.
Things you will never hear.
Well, I like. Listen,
Uh,
I'm giving you your flowers, right?
Thank you.
I don't give them out very
You know,
often.
you know. No,
And
you don't.
that one, I
There's
have to
not much
tell you,
you do.
I absolutely love that
Yeah.
idea.
Because
I
it doesn't
love it.
hurt anybody. It helps everybody.
That would help the market so much.
Yeah, it would.
It really
It
would.
really would.
Way better
Yeah.
than a 50-year friggin' loan.
Well, we'll have to, I guess in a couple of days, we'll do another one because we have to catch up. And there's stuff
Yeah, we got
that
so
we
much to
were going to
catch up on.
start out to do, and we did too. I mean, we have like so much information.
Yeah, we do. We got a lot.
Yeah.
We
And
got
if
a lot.
anybody wants to hear anything, put it in the comments.
Yeah,
If
let us
there's
know. We'll
something
talk
that
about it.
you want, we'll talk about it. We'll
talk
do a
about
podcast on it. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So
Man.
we got to get our friend Michael back too, the realtor. We got to get Michael the realtor.
Yeah, we got to get
We'll
Michael
beat
back.
him up a little bit, and we'll get Tyler
Yeah,
on. We'll get
like
two
target
realtors on, and we'll
practice.
beat them up a little bit.
Well, we're a little nicer to them because they're guests.
Yeah.
If you're a realtor, you want to come on, we're going to
Yeah, if
treat
you
you
want to
with
defend
respect.
yourself, come on. Listen, if you're a realtor and want to defend yourself, by all means.
Promote your business.
Yeah,
You know?
we'll promote it all the way for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
We'll see if they have
All
the
right,
guts to
man.
come on. All right.
All right.
All right, Guru. It was fun. It was informative. I'm looking forward to our next
Talk to you
one.
later.
All right, bud.
Peace out, brother.
Take care, buddy. All right.